Teenagers in 2020.
6 episodes made by 6 groups for you, dear listeners. Strap on and don't worry, after listening to us, you will be ready to survive your own vacations in Germany.
We are Class 10b from the Melanchthon-Oberschule in Görlitz and want to tell you something about what moved teenagers in East Germany in 2020. Then let's have a look.
We will talk about drugs and addictions in our generation. Addiction is a very widespread and common problem. In 2016 there were 59,000 homeless people in Germany as a result of addiction. Alcohol addiction is the biggest problem in Germany, with 1.77 million people dependent on alcohol. Alcohol is the most used drug in the world. The deadliest drugs are heroin and crack. In Germany, 70,000 people die because of alcohol addiction every year. How do you get addicted, Mateusz?
So, why do people get addicted to video games, drugs and so on? Getting addicted to things these days is really easier than you probably think. Teenagers get themselves into trouble a lot, so they can get addicted really easily. Peer pressure, anxiety and many other things can lead to addiction in teenagers. If they live in a family where one or other family members has been struggling with addiction, the younger generation will most probably try the same one day. But of course, if their parents care about their kids, they will try to stop them doing it. We need young people to become more resistant to the bad habits they could acquire by living in today's society, either through education or by higher protection through the law. By that I mean more police activity and things like that. Personally, I wouldn't like that option. Hey Alex, what do you think are the consequences of addiction?
Addiction is very difficult for relatives and the dependent pupil because it causes psychological problems, for example, depression and physical damage. People addicted have a shorter life expectancy. About 15% of the patients commit suicide. If you don't treat addiction, unemployment, partnership conflicts and social isolation are most common. Another common problem is the increasing indebtedness and the resulting higher crime rate. Hey Zach, which drug is for example dangerous?
I'm gonna tell you something about crystal meth. It's a very dangerous drug and you become addicted after the first use. The problem of this substance is that more and more people take in it nowadays. Often people consume it because of social problems or unfortunate events in their family. For example, if somebody dies. The drug is cheap and very strong, and its effects last up to 72 hours. Another problem is that you don't feel that you've taken enough, so it's easy to overdose. When you're addicted, you will do everything for money. As an example, you steal bikes. Your whole body suffers from this drug, you lose your teeth and get withdrawal symptoms. Crystal meth is mostly produced in the Czech Republic and nobody knows what's in. The degree of purity is usually just 10%.
To finish our podcast, I will talk about how the problem of education has become even worse in recent years, especially in the younger generations. I will talk about places where you can go when you need help to return in a normal life. In our town we have a hospital. In the städtisches Klinikum, addicts who cannot find a way back into normal life can get help. We have a club in Görlitz called Akanti. You can go there, they hold group meetings where you can talk to other people who have the same problems. They publish a magazine where people can write articles which could help others. They help them to find a new job, social contacts and a new flat. I think that's a good organization and I hope that every city has a club or hospital where you can get information about these problems. If you don't have an organization, you can search for articles about addiction on the internet. The most important thing is that you talk openly about your addiction.